Hi, my name is Antonino Lombardi. I am a third-generation barber hairstylist, and today I'm going to be talking to you and sharing you some tips and tricks that I do with my clients who have autism, disabilities, and just for good practice. So the most important thing is client consultation. When it comes down to client consultation, you want to ask the client and ask the parent what is it that they're sensitive to, whether it's smell, touch, feel, or any noise. As far as touching them, you want to make sure that as if you're tilting their head, you put the hand on the shoulder and you tilt their head. You always want to make them feel comfortable. Anytime you talk to them, you want to look into their eyes and just kind of guide them on what it is you're going to do, how you're going to do it. The second important thing would be smell. You have to be careful on what kind of scents you're using, whether it's a styling product, whether it's sanitizing, alcohol, or any sort of aerosol sprays. Smell can be known as a sensitivity issue. Third most important thing is feeling. Whether your client is feeling down or feeling up, you always want to put them in a position where they're going to be feeling happy and feel good. And that's when they get a great haircut, is you make them feel good, and that's what it's about. The fourth most important thing in your client consultation is noise. Anyone could be sensitive toward noise. Whether it's your clippers or trimmers, you always want to try it on your arm first, then you can try it on your client's arm so that they know that it's not painful and it just tickles. So always be patient and aware of what you're doing with your client. Just give them the best service you can give them and make them feel good.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Al, AH Straight Razors. Just tuning in and reminder today that the ScissorSalute show will be on at 7 to 9. Make sure to tune in to win your free giveaway tickets for the Concrete Jungle Hair Battle. ScissorSalute.
No problem. I shall transform your hair, create a masterpiece. I am an artiste with a pair of scissors.
My new cuts got him talking at the barbershop.
Fresh from the barbershop, fly from the beauty salon.
My new cuts got him talking at the barbershop.
I got a show where you can listen and view.
My new cuts got him talking at the
Bringing
barbershop.
barbers and stylists together with the ScissorSalute.
My new cuts got him talking at the barbershop.
One cut, two cut, three cut, four. Nails done, hair done, everything did. Nails done, hair done, everything did. Oh, you fancy.
Spending hours in salons on your hairstyle.
For the Lord protects his barbers and he makes the stubble grow.
Scissor! Salute! Salute! Welcome to the... I'm over here trying to post it and it didn't work. Tell you, sorry about that. Welcome to the ScissorSalute show. I'm your host, Eli the Barber. My co-host for the evening,
NY Fit Barber.
NY Fit Barber. That's right, we was here last time explaining why he changed his name. That's good. The show is co-produced by the co-owner, New York and Queen, produced by the owner, Sefro, and we are broadcasting live via StrongIsland.tv, Paradise Studios, and LA's on the boards. Let's get into the meaning of the ScissorSalute, which is a gesture, compliment, greeting, lifestyle, and brand dedicated to bringing barbers and hairstylists together and makeup artists together worldwide. And we use the ScissorSalute show as an outlet to actually make that happen. Every Monday night from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we go live. Give the opportunity for the visual artists to come down here and showcase their skills live on the stage while also conducting interviews with them so you can find out how they got started, where they currently are, where they plan to be going on their journey. Now, if you think that, you know, you're in this hair profession and you're like, you know what, I would like to get into some sort of like education, and you don't know if you have what it takes, want to get your feet wet, come down here and showcase. So whether you want to showcase with us, book us for your next event, or advertise with us, very simple. You email us, scissorsalute@yahoo.com. Please leave all your contact information and we'll get back to you in the order that the email is received. ScissorSalute to that. And I will say, I think we're up to 700,000, I think, on the hashtag. So keep on using the hashtag. We go through it as much as we can. I know we just completed 5 years. I haven't been here for a couple weeks, but I'm up and in here today. So let's get a recap of last week's show. We had Rue Blades come down here from Jersey. It's always great to have Rue Blades here. I guess he hit that the model with a skin taper.
Oh yeah.
Probably showcase it. And Rue Blades goes through many beard different phases. He goes through many phases with the beards, man. He'll go baby butt smooth, and then by the end of the day, he needs a shave again. Oh, that's Rue Blades out of Jersey. ScissorSalute to Jersey. And in studio, we also had Samantha Jean Hairstylist is her IG handle. And she was in here with, there she goes right there. She did New York and Queens hairstyle, little updo right there. Yeah, it's a little updo, little quick style real quick.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
How you doing?
And that's New York and Queen who just came in right now. And our other in-studio guest, we have Harry Houdini. He actually hosted the event last week, hosted the ScissorSalute show. Harry Houdini, Babyless Pro educator, photographer, DJ, just a straight businessman, entrepreneur. And with him, we have Layla Barber. That is her IG handle. And from the founder of the BBA, we had Dante Stevenson. His IG handle is Dante_financial. Who do we have this week, Gary?
All right, this week we have showcasing barber community leader. Help me out with that. Clay Sculpts.
Yeah.
Right. Clay Sculpts at Clay Sculpts. And I'm calling in from the barbershop located in Albuquerque, New Mexico, Jessica Levis at Jestro_ABQ. From the Groom Theory Lounge located in St. Charles, Missouri, Haven the Groomer at Haven_the Groomer. And in studio guest, we have Mike Pastor. IG is at Nomad_Mike Pastor.
Mike's the guy I was telling you who hooked me up to the machine.
Yep.
And had me. There goes Mike right there getting his haircut. Let's go to Mike real quick. Let's get, he's in the chair, and he always wants a haircut. Last time I brought my tools, I didn't bring my tools. I brought my tool case.
You brought your tool case when you bring your tools on in
Yeah,
there.
I had to use the force. But Mike is the guy who hooked me up to the new fit machine.
How was that?
It was pretty intense. I'm gonna let you know, it was pretty intense. Basically, it's like makes your body move in places like, it was like moving without me wanting to make it move. My muscles are flexing without wanting to flex.
Thin?
It's not. He's gonna explain it. I think it's more or less to get the neurons in your brain to reprogram themselves and get ready to that movement where your body's out of control, but you're concentrating on getting that body part to move.
Gotcha.
If you're watching the ScissorSalute show right now, if you want to show some support, you can press that share button and share it on your feed, and also press that share button again and share it on all the groups that you're a part of. A lot of people that view this show view it for you're in the hair profession. So if you would like to show some support, you can share it and then share it in the hair groups that you are part of. Today's topic, we're going to be discussing a lot about fitness and the importance of living a healthy lifestyle and fitness incorporated with the hair profession. We put relentless hours behind the chair, standing up, working. Sometimes we're cutting before hours, after hours. It takes a lot of wear and tear on our joints, especially our elbows and our wrists. If we lose that basic fundamental movement over time, it's going to cause damage, or you're just going to be uncomfortable doing what you're doing. Yep. That's just it. So with that, we're going to be focusing on that. NY Fit Barber sitting next to me, someone who has embraced fitness for the past couple years. Oh, man, we seen the back of someone's head right there, man. Gentleman with the hat backwards in the studio. Can you hear me? There we go. Now we can see. So, you've been embracing this fit world.
Yes, sir.
You stepped it up a little bit differently this time because now you're actually on the contemplating and thinking of competing, which is coming up soon.
Yeah, next month, 29th of September.
29th of September.
Yeah.
And what are you doing now in these last weeks to actually prepare for that?
Dropping my carbs a little bit more, stepping up the cardio more. So I do about, in the morning I'm doing like 45 minutes of fasted cardio.
Okay.
So before I eat anything, before I do anything, I wake up, I get on the treadmill. And I put a hoodie on, sweat, everything, and do 45 minutes of that. Then I eat breakfast. Then I go to the gym, come home, eat again. And throughout the day I'll eat. And I'll come home after work and I'll do cardio for another 45 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a lot of preparation.
It's
A lot of preparing.
Yeah, it's
a lot more work than what people think.
What's most important about anything is rest.
Oh, yes.
Sleep.
Definitely.
You have to get the right amount of sleep so it gives your muscles time to heal and grow.
I think when it comes to preparing for that, I think the mental, you got to be mentally fit. I feel like you have to be mentally fit and mentally ready to, let's just say you don't place where you want to place. You have to deal with all them hours in your mind you're going to be putting the time and effort that you put into there.
If you don't place well.
It's for nothing. I mean, but look at Andre who goes to, if you guys are into fitness, and I'm pretty sure you probably, pretty sure you follow him, and his name is Lucky Libra 23. That is his IG handle. Andre Ferguson, ranked number 2 in the world.
He's going to be competing in Mr. Olympia this year.
Yeah, he's going to win the Olympia. I already talked to Zeus. Zeus already told me that he's going to win the Olympia. Andre Ferguson, better known as Lucky Libra.
I saw him the other day at Unique.
Yeah, so here's this guy, ranked number 2 in the world. Oh, I think Jeremy something
Buendia
is the only guy in front of him.
He's the only guy in front of him.
Right now.
He's won 4 times, I believe?
Yes.
Yeah.
Andre, when he first stepped to the New York Pro, they told him to leave.
Yeah.
Can you imagine getting ready for a show 5 months out, you're doing all this work, and then you get to the show and they tell you you're too big, no good?
Yeah, I know. He actually put on 10 pounds.
Yeah, so here goes the point to what I'm saying is, if you're going to be getting in this physique competition or any other type of deadlifting competition, whatever is powerlifting, you got to be ready for that mental aspect of it.
Yeah.
And Mike called in. I was actually on Mike's podcast, and we talked about the importance of, like, let's say, the barbering and fitness world. Now, you got these people who train relentlessly for 6 months yourself. You're doing 6 months double sessions on cardio, watching your carbs. You're going to people's parties and you holding up the wall because you can't really interact with what's going on. But what solidifies that person when they get up on this stage? What is the final thing? It's the haircut.
It is. It really is.
It's the haircut. I've cut a couple people before that compete, and it's like now they're ready to go. Now they're ready to go. You see girls.
You get the tan on.
Yeah, the girls a little bit different, but again, it relates to the beauty world. The girls have to
do the makeup.
They get their nails done.
The nails, their
hair, makeup. There's a lot of stuff that deals with the beauty world, and half of it starts in the salons and barbershops.
No matter when you leave the house, you want to look good.
Oh, yes. Well, it ends. I'm sorry.
No
It ends in the barbershop or the salon when it comes to at least competing against others. But basic fundamentals, I can't wait to even talk to Mike because I got a chance to be on his podcast. We're talking about mobility. He talks a lot about mobility. Now, barbers were sitting there, we're flicking our wrist. Hairstylists, they look like they're working out anyway. You ever see a hairstylist blow dry hair? Oh, it's like every...
Their wrist is gotta be
they just going in and out, in and out. But basically what I'm saying is we lose our mobility in our legs. Our legs don't function like they used to because we're standing on them hour after hour. Yes.
All back, big time.
So being able to be mobile is really important. Now, if you're not a fitness person, it's fine. Go ahead. But it's not going to hurt to try and give it the effort. Now, if you're someone who's just getting started, just remember, people start. You got to start somewhere. don't compare yourself to other people in the trenches when it comes to that fitness aspect. It's almost the same thing as hair. You know, you got to earn your stripes. You got to earn your stripes. I do recommend, if you're thinking about fitness and let me ask my friend if they want to train. No, go get a personal trainer.
Yeah, I have a trainer. I have a coach.
Go get a personal trainer. Now, why would I say go to a personal trainer? Now, first of all, a gym membership is going to run you anywhere from $25 to $40 a month, right? Mm-hmm. And then a session, if you get with a personal trainer, hopefully they run some sort of specialist. Let's say, I'm just throwing it out there, $250, $300 for the month. Are you going to waste that money? No. You're going to waste.
Go.
You're not. Yeah, you're going to go, and then you're going to also be learning not only what movements to do in the gym on which days. You also get to learn the gym and figure out everything. You can figure everything out about, like, I would say you need a personal trainer for like the first 2 or 3 months.
Because they're going to show you really how to lift. It's not just pulling weight around. There's nothing to do with that.
Well, there's an art to everything, and there's definitely an art to fitness. Now, this all depends where you're going to land.
A lot of people think that, let me just throw up as much weight as I can. That's not how it works.
Oh, no.
You know, for number one, you're going to hurt yourself. And
definitely.
Number two, it doesn't really do much.
Well, I might have to rewind this back. Again, Mike's, you know, I've known Mike since we were teenagers. Mike came to me when I was about 29, 28 years old. He's like, yo, let's train. We stepped into the gym. We stepped into Ultimate Fitness in Patchogue. Okay. And I'm thinking we're going to go into, you know, grab some pig iron because they still have the pig iron there. They didn't have the rubber weights.
Yeah.
We step into the aerobics room. I'm like, what the hell? Bro, he puts me through 45 seconds.
Like who?
Mike is in the
chair.
Mike? He puts me through 45-second workout. Then you stop, and then you go back at it again for 40. We were basically doing Tabata, but this is going back, this is going back like 12, 13 years.
A long time ago, yeah.
So he showed me the Tabata workout, and he looks at me, he's like, now, what do you consider fit? I'm like, I don't know if I had to, go to the bathroom or throw up.
Yeah, right.
That's how intense just them 45 seconds were. And it just woke me up. Like, there's more to than just lifting weights. Don't get it twisted. If you want to lift weights, go ahead. Lift weights. You want to lift heavy, lift heavy. You're better off learning everything. It's just like when you do hair. Mm-hmm. Hairstylists, some of them prefer to just cut. They feel like that's their specialty. Others prefer to color. And even with color gets broken down to color correction or the vibrant fantasy colors. Mm-hmm. And they like to specialize it. So it's the same thing with fitness. Some people might want to do yoga. They don't want to lift weights. Fine. Some people want to bike.
Never did yoga.
I do hot yoga.
Do you?
My attendance has been piss poor.
That's intense, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. You sweat like no other. I don't think there's anything that can compare to the sweat that comes off of you during hot yoga. Nothing can compare to it.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
you're literally, like, I'm not lying. I bring a robe with me so I can drive in the car.
Because you're that,
I'm that
you're
sweaty.
Drenched, yeah.
It's not going to stop. The sweat is not going to stop. So I put a robe on so I don't get sweat all over the car. No, I just...
Just ride it out?
Bro, AC, you're dying because your body's so hot right now.
Yeah, that's true.
So I just, like I said, I don't care how hot it is. I don't want to get sweat all over my car. Changing clothes is not going to help.
No.
I straight put a robe on. Look weird as all hell, but I put a robe on and get in the car and go.
People give you looks when you're driving, like this guy's wearing a robe.
Well, yeah, and then there's, like I said, there's going to be benefits to the yoga aspect. There's benefits to the circuit trainer, the CrossFitters. Although
there's benefit to
CrossFitting,
everything.
Yeah, CrossFitting, I think is more of a sport, so you got to be careful with that.
Yeah.
I mean, fine, if that's what you do, that's what you do. But to me, it's more of a sport.
I never got into CrossFit.
It's like field day with weights.
Yeah.
Literally like field day with weights. So once again, you're watching the ScissorSalute show. This is a live program that runs from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern time every Monday night. The show's focus is the hair profession and the unification between barbers, hairstylists, and makeup artists. And we use the ScissorSalute show as an outlet to make that happen. If you would like to showcase advertise with us or book us for your next event, email us, ScissorSalute@yahoo.com. Please leave all contact information, and we'll get back to you in the order that is received. If this is your first time watching and you would like to show some support, please press the share button, put it on your feed, and press that share button one more time and put it in all the hair groups that you're a part of. Showcasing, we have Clay Scopes, community leader right there, barber and fitness enthusiast. Sitting down in his chair, we have Nomad Mike Pastor right there. And he definitely listens to the name Nomad because the man's been traveling.
I saw he just did from the city to Montauk.
He said he was going on a bike ride, but he went on a bike ride from Manhattan to Montauk. I don't know, most people don't do bike rides like that.
No, I know.
Like, honey, I'm going on a bike ride. Sure, where you going? Oh, I'm going to Montauk. And he stopped actually in Center Reach, and we went to a tropical smoothie.
Really?
Yeah, I got him on a peanut butter cup.
Oh, that sounds good.
What is your choice at tropical smoothie?
I usually get some with peanut butter. I love peanut butter.
I do too, but I usually make the peanut butter stuff in my house.
How do you do it though?
I do chocolate protein, and it's usually after I work out, so I have that no-fat chocolate syrup.
So what I do is I take cookies and cream whey protein.
Okay.
I put in like an ice cube, maybe like a cup of milk.
Yep.
Low-fat milk.
Some oatmeal.
I put a little oatmeal.
Right.
I put a scoop of peanut butter in there.
You see, and that's what I usually do at the house.
I only put like a quarter of oatmeal in there.
See, so when I go to a tropical smoothie, right, it's this green detox, you know, the green.
Yeah.
Now they have the apple matcha.
Oh yeah.
It's a sleep. I get it with peas protein.
Yeah, but you gotta watch out
protein.
if there's a lot of fat in there.
Oh no, I'm checking for. Listen, I'm not a vegan, but I have a lot of vegan food at my house.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we frequent Costco. We go to Costco.
Oh,
I'm just saying it with a Spanish accent.
Right.
Don't look at me like I'm crazy. Whole Foods.
All right.
And good old Trader Joe's.
I do Costco and Trader Joe's.
Yeah, I'll be at the TJ's. But I can't say TJ because there's TJ Hero where I live and it's like world famous.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we're going to be talking about the healthy aspect and for barbers and hairstylists that are always in the shop or salon. And it's always like, it seems like it's a non-stop, continuous fast food, pizza or something coming through there all the time. And it's very easy to get, of course, but there's meal preps now. You yourself, you do Swole House?
Yeah, I'm an ambassador for Swole House. They get out in touch with me through Instagram.
Okay.
And, like my pictures and stuff, and
they're like out of Unique. There's the person who does that is out of Unique.
I trained with him at Unique.
Okay,
last week. Last Wednesday, I think it was.
Because I know that hummus fit, but I seen a couple swole meals in there too.
He's trying to get into all aspects, but let me tell you, like his meals are really like homemade, like no canned stuff. Like I like hummus, is Matt's a good friend of mine, but this place is really, really. I mean, the food is unreal.
And I go with the good old original HMD, Healthy Meals Direct.
If you need to, you still do his Healthy Meals Direct? So
occasionally.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So if you ever need meals, go to Swole House on Instagram at Swole House Inc. If you order, use my promo code at NYFitBarber and save you some money.
Definitely. So the point to what we're talking about, although we kept it pretty even with giving some promo to all three outlets that are in our area. Now, the whole purpose is to it because if you're someone like me who doesn't really like to meal prep, you can go to any one of those three outlets: Healthy Meals Direct, Hummus Fit, or go to Swole House and use the code NYFitBarber. The whole point of that is the meals are going to be there in the refrigerator. You just pretty much need a microwave.
That's it.
And all you're going to have to do is either ask someone to put it in the microwave for you, and the food's already there. You don't have to leave. And then eat the food and be good. So we do recommend this though. If you're one of them people counting your macros and counting your meals, you might want to, if you wake up early enough, you might want to eat one meal at 7, the next one at 11, the next one at 3, the following one at 7. There you go. You're spreading your 4 meals out once every 4 hours.
If you're not looking to compete, you just want to be healthy, that's all you got to do.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing. And everyone has their own opinion. Everyone's gonna sit down here and give you different opinions
course.
on how much of it is nutrition and how much of it is fitness. My personal opinion is it's always about nutrition.
Well, I
It's
think
never about it's never a word about diet. Diet to me is like using the word food. It's fuel.
Yeah.
It's fuel.
Diet is like 70% of it, like looking fit.
Yup.
30% of it's in the gym. It's just facts.
And then you got to break it down to what tier are you in? Because I'm tier 5 in a gym. I feel like I'm tier 5. I'm still someone who's been in the gym for years, and I have to worry about my eating. And it's sporadic. I have good months, bad months. It is what it is. But honestly, if you take any one of them fitness things, people always ask, oh, give me one of them fitness things, the workout things. What was it? What's those?
Like PX90, stuff like that?
P90X.
P90X.
Okay, P90X will tell you, give us 3 months and we'll have you this way. Insanity will say, give us 12 weeks, we'll have you looking this way.
It's all about your body.
Something else will come out and say, there's 3 months, 90 days, 12 weeks. If you notice, it's all the same time period.
Like that 90-minute abs video.
Well, no,
and
listen,
stuff like that.
it's all the same time period with 90 days, 12 weeks, 3 months. Each program is going to tell you a different way to, it's definitely right. Because if you change what you do for 3 months, no matter what, you're going to look different.
Oh, yeah, you're going to look different.
If you eat differently for 3 months, and next thing you know, go from not training to training, and you go from someone who drinks 1 cup of water to now you're on some, okay, I need to drink a lot of water. Yes, in 3 months, you're going to see something ridiculous. Now, that comes with a warning, though, because a lot of people lose the weight, and they're like, okay, 3 months, but it's a hard, fitness is a hard mountain to climb.
Discipline.
But once you get to the top of that mountain, the hardest part about it is staying up there.
Maintaining it.
Staying up there, because being that it is such a steep, hard climb up, it's very easy to fall off.
Right off.
Because it's a steep, hard climb up, and if you lose your balance, you'll fall over real quick.
See, I have a problem with drinking a lot of water. And I went to the doctor, and my liver enzymes were a little high, so I was like, I was getting a little nervous. So I went there, they did a sonogram of my kidneys, my abdomen area, and he says, you're fine. He goes, it's just that you're not drinking enough water. And I'm not, and it wasn't. So I have to force myself to just keep drinking water. Just force it. It's so important to flush your system out.
And you got to tell me, Saturday night, I enjoyed myself with my friends, partaking in some, what we call sweet nectar. And the next day I had to find myself, I forced myself to get up, went to the gym, sat in the sauna for a good 10 minutes before I went out there, and basically just worked out a little bit, went back in there, but I brought a gallon with me. And I finished that gallon from, I'll say, 9 o'clock to about 2 o'clock. The gallon was done.
Really?
Yup. I got to the outer beach and was looking. My sister had like a little tent set up. I was in that tent letting go. And speaking of outer beach, I definitely like to salute my fam. My brother Joey, his girlfriend Juana, and my niece Isabella been out here, and my sister Nancy, Willie, and her family, and my family, which is Suleika, Yasmin, and Ali. Definitely had a great weekend with everybody. We went to the outer beach, and It was good. So if you're watching right now, I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna say Clay, that's a number. That's a 1.5. Probably a 1.5 on the side, or a 1. That's a number 2. Okay, well, on his hair, a 3 will look like a ball fade because he's got that type of hair.
Yeah.
So it's, what is it, a 2 with a red guard, though? Is it 2 with the Speedo guide?
He's got a mic on, doesn't he?
Oh, okay. So he's using metal guards.
Oh, okay.
So metal guards.
Shorter, pretty much.
Yeah.
Than a plastic.
And then he's using a seamless, seniors cordless, and he's give Mike. Okay, so everything is cordless over there.
The cordless and this, I like those. They're pretty good.
And Mike's enjoying his haircut right here because Mike, he said there's no barbers where he is.
Where's he from?
His name is Nomad. He has nowhere he's from. He doesn't have no place where he's from. It's basically if you're like, where's he from? What year do you want to know of? That's more or less what it is. Where's he from the 90s? He was from Newport News. What about 7 years ago? Cleveland.
Yeah, right.
What about 3 years ago? Puerto Rico. Hey, man. Oh, he called you Brett Favre. My God.
I can see it.
Nah, I don't know right there. Well, again, you're watching the ScissorSalute show. Yes, this is a show for the hair profession. Tonight's discussion is about fitness and the well-being of us in the profession. And I was talking about the tiers, how I'm tier 5. Tier 1, when I talk about tier 1 and when I say that, it's more or less your problem is getting there. Your problem is getting to the gym. That's your problem. You know, tier 1 guys.
Yeah.
They want to do it, or they go for 2 weeks and they can't get the engine revving, they can't get it going. That's really what they worry about. When you're like tier 2, you're in the gym, not in the gym.
You're there, but your mind's not there.
Your eating is off.
Your eating's way off.
Here's the crazy thing about tier 3. Tier 3 is on point.
Yeah.
They figured it out. They got the eating. But the problem with tier 3 people is they always, they're not as consistent.
They're not as consistent.
So they might fall off for a couple
like a
months.
week or two, and then they'll fall off for like a month. You know?
Yep. And then tier 4 is a lot of the same thing. Tier 5 is definitely, you know everything.
Yeah.
You've spent years in the trenches. You got your stripes. You just can't get that eating thing done. And one thing I'm going to tell you right now, for all the people like, oh, New Year's resolutions is great. They're great. I don't care what anybody says. Don't let anybody discourage you about New Year's resolutions. Now, the problem with New Year's resolutions is social media, because now you're posting up some stuff and you ain't do it. That's the problem.
New year, new me.
Like January, you make a New Year,
I
new
don't
me.
think, I don't.
5 months down the road, nothing's changed.
I don't really care about
5
that
days,
the new year, new me. And be careful with that one right there. But definitely, if you want to, like I've been talking to some of my clients right now that I'm in the chair and they want to get into fitness. I'm like, hey, well, September's the new January, because the summer's over. You know, it's pretty hard. You want to go and enjoy yourself. Like I was doing that for a whole summer. I was going to barbecues, like still letting loose, but somehow, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, oh, nothing. They're like, nah, there's something wrong with you. Yeah, because this is coming out. You don't. I like to taste damn near everything that comes out of my sister's house. My sister's house, like, if my sister's house could be like a brochure. Like, they could take pictures and be like, come to the Ponce residence and indulge in a 7-course meal, first of its kind.
That's why it's hard for me to start the prep during the summer. I really wasn't going to do the show because it was like, I want to enjoy my summer. I want to eat or go to the beach and eat sometimes, just eat things that I like. And so I was like, my really tough prep would start in July.
Well, you're okay because the summer's still going to be here in October. I'm letting you know. So? Man, have you ever gone pumpkin picking?
Yeah, last year was freezing out, wasn't it?
Man, I'll go pumpkin picking. You're up there, you bring a zip-up jacket. Next thing you know, man, I'm down to like a damn wife beater and my boxes out there at Fink's Farm.
Oh, no, this weather might be a snowstorm.
Don't say that.
Yeah, so.
You just don't know. You got to go outside and look like, is it going to rain or is it going to be sunny today?
I'm not ready for this. I don't want the snow to come ever.
Well, okay, so now, we're getting it back with the hair profession, and we're talking about fitness right now. Joining us, we have Dante Financial, who on top of discussions tonight with fitness and well-being, we also want to talk about security in the hair profession and the different things, the different ways that the BBA, you're going to get a lot more familiar with that name. Here we have Dante Financial, and seem like you're working with Major League Barbers.
Yes, yes. First of all, ScissorSalute to everyone out there. It's a pleasure to be here. It's always a pleasure to be here, especially because I'm always around family.
Okay.
So I don't look at this like, this is my job. It's kind of like I have water cooler jokes here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have the luxury of being in the office and having water cooler jokes. So I save all my water cooler jokes for when I come to the show. Yes, we're going back to MLB. I want to say it's a partnership. It's not not going to say I'm personally contracted to them, but it's a partnership pretty much to support what's going on, which is educating the industry on finance, security, and just being better educated professionals when it comes to finance. Because in this industry, I notice a lot of people are misguided and misled with wrong information. So just here to show them that there's like whoever's telling you whoever's telling you what are you doing right now is not doing a good job, because you look at it, this industry is a wild west. There's not really, you could say, there's these group of individuals that have it together. You might have individuals who might have their license, but when it comes to finance and having everything put together or structured, you can't really pinpoint on who do that.
Yeah, exactly.
But we're here to do that, because it's not just we're not just here to educate barbers, but we're here to educate the whole beauty profession. Because when you look at it, the beauty profession is pretty much to, I guess you want to say, to the masses, they known for just for haircuts and products. But when it comes to finance and security and business, it's like a black market. Nobody really respects it. Nobody really cares. The only people that cares is the people that's inside. And even these corporate companies, not to badmouth anybody, but what are they giving back to the beauty industry besides products? But when they give you product, it's like you got to sell the product for us. It's not like put somebody on payroll, put somebody, compensate us for our hard work. Nobody's showing that. It's like people's taking advantage of. I look at it. People take advantage of the weak and the unknown, because y'all don't know about saving or any investments. That's why I'm here, and I really don't mind that. Let me slow down. I really don't mind that if there's other people that's trying to do what I'm doing, or that's trying to guide y'all. I just say if they're gonna guide y'all, get the right information. Don't force a product or that you don't need, or don't force anything that you don't need. Give you what you need. Don't look at this. Don't look at you as a cell. Look at you as a person with a family and that has it, and that wants security. So, to be honest, it's not too many people out here that's doing it from the heart. I'm doing it from the heart. I've been Eli. Been coming into the show for about a year and some change.
Yeah, and he's coming out here from Jersey, out here to Long Island. So for everyone who's on some of the shows too far, just take that into consideration. Now, what the BBA definitely has to offer is stability, and you could stand a little bit taller, and you can be less worried. Not worry-free, but there's going to be less to worry about when you're with the BBA. And what I mean by that is not worrying about your future, a little bit more secure for the future, and they're here to put the pro and professionalism in our profession. Ooh, I like that.
Like that.
So put the pro and professionalism in our profession. Write that down. Don't take it though.
But you know what else too though? Why being in good health plays a key role? Being in good health because for a lot of companies, if you're not in good health, they don't want you.
True.
It's not really about being physical good health. You got to be like what's inside of you.
What's inside you, health, yeah.
Because if you're not, because you could be 6-pack on arms, stomach, back, everything, but if you not good on the inside,
doesn't mean you're healthy.
Yeah, it just means you just look good.
You just look. Yeah, exactly.
No, so, you're absolutely right about that. But another thing that we touch up on is, well, just like Gary said, with your back hurting, your wrists and elbows starting to act up a little bit, your ankles acting up a little bit, you're sitting a little bit deeper into the couch when you get off. Training and eating healthy can better that. It can make it feel a little bit better. Because there's times where you take a look at a lot of barbers, even myself and Gary, even we work at good places, we put in relentless hours. I mean, there's times, and I know Gary could relate to it, there's times where it's just like, someone's like, oh, I'm going to Tropical Smoothie, you want something? I have to say yes, because now my 10 o'clock, who pays me a great amount of money, showed up 15 minutes late. Now I'm 15 minutes behind. That's running into my lunch thing. But you got to eat that when in our profession. So now it's like, boom, I don't have time to eat. A lot of the times we're drinking our meals.
Yeah, it's true. Shakes
I know
shakes, yeah.
people who don't even train and they're like, oh, well, give me one. That's a meal in there. Give me that.
Yeah.
And we don't even have time to stop, to eat.
There's been so many times I'll heat up my meal, right when I'm almost done with the cut, and my client's waiting. So if he gets out of the chair, I'm literally just shoveling food down my throat.
Yeah, but
just to get, so I don't start to feel like,
you're gonna give him a better haircut too. Because I always say this on the show. There's pretty much only a couple of reasons why a great barber gives not so good of a haircut, and they're great. One, they're in a rush.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it happens. Number two, you're hungry. A hungry barber is not going to give that good of a hungry person in the hair profession. They're not going to give you the love.
And you're miserable on top of it because you're
Or
so hungry.
you got to use the bathroom. That's self-explanatory. You're going to get a haircut. You're going to get an ishy haircut. That's just self-explanatory. But yeah, I mean, there's so many different outlets that our profession relates to. We have the tattoo culture. Fitness falls into the sports. There's always a lot of sports talk going on. Like, it seemed like the LeBron and Michael Jordan argument really it's ridiculous right now. There's no longer Jay-Z and Nas being discussed in the barbershop. Everything is LeBron James and Michael Jordan. Now you got the quarterback coming out from the New York Jets. We're all happy about that. We just got to see him during game time. You got
Who's the quarterback again?
What is his name? What's his name? Stanford. He's a young buck. He's the young buck. He was the Jets' first draft pick.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, no disrespect to the Jets, but they lost me, man. They lost me.
What are you, Giants fan?
Yeah.
I mean, that's cool. I mean, think about it. That's cool. No, I don't know. No, I've said this here on the show at least I don't know how many times. I'm a fan of all New York sports because I tell you this much: if the Giants make it to the Super Bowl, it's busier in my shop. Okay. It's busier where I work. Jets make it somewhere it's busy where I work. There's no doubt about it. And Gary would tell you when the Yankees are in the World Series, whether you're a Yankees fan or not, how many Yankee symbols are coming in.
Dude,
and now we're doing them things for $30. $30 a pop, a little Yankee symbol in the back of the head.
Hold on, just for the symbols, $30. Just the symbol itself.
Symbol and a haircut.
Symbol and
okay. I
haircut.
thought
Yes,
just the
no.
symbol itself.
No. Well, you got someone who usually pays, let's say, $20. And next thing you know, they're on some, y'all want the Yankee symbol in the back of the head. Boom. The whole economy, the whole New York economy goes up. Every year I want a Subway Series between the Yankees and Mets. And every year I would love a Super Bowl between the Giants and Jets.
You ain't getting no Subway Series this year because the Mets are terrible.
No. I mean, yeah, it is what it is. But you have to notice when those sports teams are doing good, everything does better.
True,
the bars out here do better. The shops, the salons, we're building up. It's a town where we live. In Brookhaven, live in the town of basically that's the region, Brookhaven. There's a town in there called Patchogue. Patchogue had this club called the Emporium. Funkmaster Flex was the resident DJ. That was the DJ for Saturday night. Yep. Saturday nights when I'll say Emporium ran for like what 4 years?
About 4 or 5 years, yeah.
I used to leave at 5 o'clock on Saturdays. When that Emporium, when Emporium opened up, I was now extended to 9 p.m. because everybody wanted to go to the spot. Now Patchogue is the hot spot. And it brings money into our shop, and we're 3 towns over. Everybody wants to go to a live after 5.
They also clean the area up and all that stuff.
There's a thing called the live after 5. They shut it down on Thursdays. They shut down the main street. And it's just like a parade.
It's like 4 hours, 5 hours.
Yes. That right there is putting money in my pocket like crazy. Because now I have my Saturday client coming in for his appointment on Thursday because he wants to go live at 5. But then Patchogue is popping on the weekend, so he has to come back on Saturday to get edged up.
Like a shape up. Yeah.
Get edged up. So already I went from getting $30 a week from this guy. Now I'm getting $45 a week. You understand me? So those are the type of things that we relate to here on the show. The importance of a New York team, the impact a New York team or your local sports team can have in your shop. I know Philly barbershops, Philly salons was really making a lot of money because now there's something to go to, you know? Super Bowl parties, all that stuff. That's what happens. People are like, especially if the Yankees are going, what, you got like seven game series, 3 times they got to do that?
Yeah. If it goes all 7 games, if it goes all 7 games, it's gonna go a couple, like 3 weeks probably.
You can't go to
whole
Miller Ale
series.
House and not have an edge up.
No.
You can't.
Because it'll go 1 game, like 1 place, and then they'll do the next game 2 days, and then if they travel, they'll do it 3 days, and then play the 3rd game.
Yeah.
So it's that span.
And then after that,
And
they
now-
have the days that.
And now another thing,
4 days.
another thing where fitness comes into a role because sports is in fitness. At a shop that I work at, we have 2 softball teams, like an A team, and then there's the B team. B team not meaning B, we call it beer. The B stands for beer. Then we have a volleyball team, basketball team, and we're about to do a bowling team.
That's cool.
And then we have the kids flag football team. So these are all different things that all coincide with the fitness aspect. I know a lot of hairstylists. I know, I believe her name is Liv Trim. Liv Trim on IG. She is a bikini competitor, and she's a hairstylist. There's a lot of hairstylists that compete, whether it's bikini, figure, physique, or whatever. Fitness, you know, they incorporate the fitness. There's a lot of barbers. You have Angel Ross, who's I think he's a all natural physique winner.
Yeah, he did a show.
All natural, and he won. You got Tone Cuts, who's about to do a show, and Tone Cuts has a transformation that should be going viral right now.
Yeah, he lost like crazy amount of weight. He looks good right now.
Yes.
Is he doing the show? Because a while back he said he was waiting.
He was talking about doing a show, but
I don't think he has a date yet.
I
He was
don't
supposed to do
know.
one. He was supposed to do one in Philly, and then I spoke to him. And he said, he wanted to take a little bit more time. That's why I heard about that. But he looks really good now.
You even got Jay McFly, Andis Educator. He did a complete change. Will Perez, who's a boxing, he's a barber from Florida, but he's a boxer, you know, grew up boxing. He just went through his transformation. He just posted it up today from January today. He had a barrel of a belly, and now it's down. I would say he probably started at like 28 to 30% body fat. He's probably down to like 13 now.
Wow.
13, 14.
That's a lot.
That is good.
And he didn't post it. I'm just going off of like the visual right there. So, and then later on today, tonight we're gonna have Haven the Groomer calling in. Haven the Groomer has Groom Fit, and he gets it up early. He's up in the morning early. He's 4:30 a.m.
Like the Rock status.
Yeah. And we also have Jessica calling in from Albuquerque, I believe. Albuquerque, New Mexico. She's into fitness. She just recently had a kid. She's on the bounce back. And I know last time she called in, I think she had something to work with Andis. I know she loves Andis. She loves Andis Masters and doesn't want to co with anything else. And that's the company she wants to work for. So it's going to be good calling in.
So what's a good gym that you could recommend that?
The nearest one to you.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
no, because this is what I, want to do. Want to talk to the gym. Want to see what we could do for the members of the BBA. Try to get them on board.
LA Fitness then.
All right.
It would have to be LA Fitness, being that LA Fitness, they're all over the place. I live in Center Reach, New York. I have an LA Fitness, I'll say about 4 or 5 LA Fitness, all within 10 minutes. 10-minute drive. I got Center Reach, Lake Grove, Patchogue, Farmanville. That's pretty close to my house. Bro, LA Fitness is opening up like McDonald's.
Yeah, seriously. I go to LA Fitness. I go to one in Smithtown.
And you got the membership that you can go to all
I
of
have the
them?
membership. I can go to
See?
any one of them.
So LA Fitness is the one.
So LA Fitness is the one you could go to anywhere. So Planet
But I think you
Fitness
pay
is not.
more to
Yeah,
right?
it's like $10 more.
Yeah, $10 more than you can go to anyone in the country.
But look at it. Though. Look, you have access to all of the LA.
Well, the whole country, whether
Yeah.
you're traveling or whatever, you can still go to an LA Fitness.
If you got that, and majority of the people got that because it's just they're all over the
And
place.
I think it comes out to I pay like $39.99 whatever a month.
Oh, that's a cell phone.
I know.
No, yeah.
Oh,
So
wow,
they're
see?
definitely good.
You can find gyms that you're gonna pay $10 a month, but they're not, you know,
Yeah, that's
not
Planet
knocking it.
Fitness.
Yeah, planning not knocking it, but it's just that you're not gonna get what you really
Yeah,
want.
but I wouldn't recommend. I mean, if you're gonna go to Planet Fitness, go ahead, have fun. I like to climb bars and sometimes let out grunts and drop weights.
Yeah, exactly. That's how
At
I am.
times.
Oh, so you can't do that at Planet
No,
Fitness?
they'll throw you out.
Really? So it's kind of like being in the library to some degree.
Yeah, to some degree. Yeah.
Supposedly it's the no. What are the non-judge? What is it? What is it?
Oh, non-judgment free zone.
Yeah,
something like that.
But they're judging you as soon as you walk in there.
As soon as you walk
Yo,
in.
you can't walk in there with a gallon of water, and you can't have like a do-rag on or like a bandana on. So you're judging me already.
Already, as soon as you walk in the door.
Wow.
You know what? Yeah.
Sound like a lawsuit right there.
Okay, so again, you're watching the ScissorSalute show. This is a live program for the hair beauty profession. Every week we have barbers and hairstylists come down here and showcase their skills live on the ScissorSalute stage. We conduct interviews with them so you can find out how they got started, where they currently are, where they plan to be going on their journey. Currently on the stage right now, we have Clay Sculpts.
Yo, Clay, how much for a haircut? Because you dress like you about to give a $100 haircut.
Oh yeah, well, when Clay comes and he turns on the mic, right now, him and Mike right up, we have right there, that's some networking going on right there.
Oh yeah.
That's some networking going on right there in that chair. Mike, I told you, joke around with the Nomad, which is serious, but he has residency in Manhattan too, so he's out in the boroughs. You know, currently residing in Connecticut right now, and he actually went to the lake house. Crazy.
What?
Lake Warramog, I think. Warramog.
What's that?
It's in Connecticut. The lake. You walk around. You go around it once. It's 7 miles.
Jeez.
I don't know what the hell me and wifey were thinking about bringing
You
the
did
kids
it?
on a 7-mile walk.
Oh, you did it?
Yeah, we did it.
When'd you do it?
No, the kids were dying.
Recently?
The kids was looking at me like, I can't believe you're my father.
Did you do it recently?
About like 4 or 5 weeks ago. It was good to do. It was
You're my fault.
yeah, it was good to do. We also did the paddle boarding and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
So it was good. And then I told you, hook me up to that machine. That machine.
That's right. That's about
What?
I
I
want to
think
test
it's
that
no
thing out.
joke. Yeah, I thought he was gonna come last time. I thought he was coming. I thought he was gonna bring it.
Oh, he didn't bring it this time?
I was gonna have him zap you right up too,
He
boy.
didn't bring it?
Nah, I was about to be like, Mike, get him. Bring it up. Bring it up to 65 on him, bro. Yeah. Yeah, so, and if you're wondering what he's using, he is using the senior cordless to do his fading with. And he's using the Andis T-liners cordless to do the edging up with. Right
You like
there.
the T-liners cordless?
I
use
haven't
them?
used them. I use the Silver Surface. The
Oh,
lithium
okay.
battery ones, they strike. You set them up.
Yeah.
So if you're wondering what he's doing, he's not. When it comes to fading, you never really lay the buzzer flat down on the head.
Always use
He's
your
more or
corners.
less using the corners to
Like-
do fading.
Like the first 2 or 3 teeth.
He's doing a little tapering action right there. So it's a number 2 on the side. I'm definitely gonna say he's dropping it to like a 1.5 all along the perimeter, just to give it a nice little crisp, clean look to it. I know a lot of barbers when they use certain guards on top, like say you pass the biggest guard on the person that is available, 8 guard, and you run that on someone's head. I know a lot of barbers usually go right in the front with a 7 guard. You go right in the front with the 7 guard, so you don't really have a overhang and a little bit of spritz, and you get that edge up looking crisp. It even rhymes right there. But do you use spritz? Yeah.
No.
Have you?
Yeah, I have.
You don't like?
Nah, not a fan.
Why?
Just not.
Gary, you have to give me an explanation. This is a hair show. You can't tell me. I don't like that, and not give me a reason why you don't like it.
What?
Uh-oh. About to get
The hair,
real.
what, hair spritz, she says?
The hair spritz, just for the front edge up. You don't use it for the front. Okay, for the viewers that are watching.
What do you use it? Answer
Let's
that.
explain it. I was
All
just
right,
about
go
to
ahead.
say it for the viewers that are watching because they want me to explain it. All right. You take the spritz, you do the haircut, you knock down the front or whatever. You take the spritz right along the edge up. I basically use the spritz a lot for the forehead, but you can basically bring it around the edge up everywhere. I don't recommend the super hold. I have the super hold right now. I don't want the super hold. I want the regular spritz. You take a blow dryer, you put it on hot, and you dry it. Because when you're doing edge ups, sometimes that hair runs away. You pass the liners in the front of the head, and that hair is just like going back bending. You
That's
gotta comb it down, goes back bending. With the spritz, it's like it's gonna lay there. And if you do it the right way, when you pass the liners on the hair that is dried with the spritz, it's literally gonna sound like it's eating hair. You're gonna hear.
What about when that goes away, when they go home?
No. Well, that's why you do that. You put some water on that forehead, you take it off, and
Take
then
it off, yeah.
do it again. Everything comes down to what kind of barber you are. I know barbers that will do the edge up, pass the razor over, right, the edge up, and then go back over with the guard.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
A few times.
And
A lot.
I picked that up. I started doing that again. There's a lot of things that you do, and in our line of work, that you used to do, and then you stop, and then you come back to it. And that's one of the things that I came back to. The edge up, then I go with the razor, and then right at the end, I'll go back with the liners. And you want it to look as sharp as possible. Anything for the sharpness. And that's why I also recommend the spritz on the edge up, because it's just going to make that much sharper.
See, I look at it. I don't know, for me, because I always figured when I got to get to such certain place in my in this journey that I want to go to cosmetology school. Not really so to really cut and be a barber, but really so that I could show people that you could go back and get your license, because there's a lot of barbers that don't have their license or cosmetologists.
Ton.
And I just look, if I could do it with having three, family, building this great organization, y'all should too. And the fact that, the reason I brought that up, because I look at it just by being on the show, coming on here week in, week out, it's like, why go to cosmetology school? For me, because the information that you will learn in school is here on the show.
True.
If people pay attention, that you could learn a good amount on the show.
Definitely. I feel like at any age, anybody can learn how to cut hair. It's just like, you ever see Ratatouille? Anybody can learn to be a chef.
Mm-hmm. Never saw it.
Never seen Ratatouille? It's a little disturbing because there's little rats cooking food. So it's a little disturbing, but the point to what I'm saying is, here's the thing. Anybody can cut hair. Now it all depends, are you going to be good or not? That's just it.
It's time.
Now,
Practice.
even if you're not good, it doesn't mean that you can't make money. Because I've seen barbers that are not that good, they make money because their attendance is good. They're there when they're supposed to be. They leave when they're supposed to be.
And where they talk, your personality.
Yep,
is
they
a
got
big,
good
huge
professionalism.
Customer service.
Customer
services.
service.
Yeah, it's key.
But let's just say their haircut
Huge.
is at a 1 through 10 is 6.5. You're still you're still able to make money.
Yeah, of course.
Because I've seen barbers that are 1 through 10, 10s, and they want to show up late. They leave early.
That Hollywood.
They really
type
don't
stuff.
want to. They really don't want to cut that person because that person doesn't tip.
That's not Hollywood.
Yeah, but it's also Hollywood, because that's just the way they are. It's not necessarily that the whole everyone blaming everything on Instagram. It seems like there's a lot of people in our profession pointing fingers on Instagram or trying to send innuendos. Did I just say that right?
In your windows. You're right. You're
They're
right.
all in your door, at your door, and they're in your window. And they're sending them things out, trying to subliminally send shots like, oh, this barber's got 100,000 followers, but he's not making no money. Bruh, I know barbers that have 6,500 followers on their IG, and they probably and they don't even put that much work into IG no more.
Yeah.
And they're still pulling clients off of Instagram. So there's no way you're gonna tell me someone who has 100,000 followers is not making money and not pulling money off of IG.
Of course they are.
You crazy. You crazy.
Well, how do you think these fitness guys do? All these guys like Jeremy Bundy, he's got 1 million some followers, but he's also making money. This is his last year competing, I heard, and he wants to venture into business. So that's how you get it.
But that's what you do when you have 1 million followers. I told you I talked to Andre. Andre's up to, I believe, 300,000.
Yeah, three and change.
He's up to 3 and change. And I told him, listen, I'm not no professional, nothing like this. I'm on IG, and we're all trying to do something. Everyone's trying to make their moves. But there's going to be a time that you need to set the standard. Like right now, he's at 300,000.
Yeah.
He should be making like 10 racks a month off of his IG account. Because
he's got a bunch of sponsors.
He's got but he has 300,000 followers with about 50,000 people being active on it a day. Because he'll post up a picture of his elbow and he's getting like freaking 25,000 likes of his elbow.
Yeah, that's true.
But I definitely feel like this profession, if you're gonna sit there and talk about support, then you gotta support all the time. Don't sit there and talk about, oh, barbers, we need to come together, and the next day you're sending shots to the next person because they're trying to make some money, Like, I really can't stand this. And again, I really don't, I don't care. It comes down to fundamentals. If you don't like what someone's posting, you unfollow them. That's basic fundamentals.
Simple.
You don't go and take out. Now, how bad do you look, right? Here goes. How bad do you look? This barber, let's just say this barber right here, Charlie. I always call people Charlie.
That's the name you go to?
Yeah, I always go to Charlie's my go-to name. So you got Charlie right here. Charlie likes to use enhancements. He's using Photoshop. He's using everything he can. So that means Charlie's spending on average, about an hour a post. It literally takes this guy probably an hour or so to set up a picture that he's going to post up on IG. Right? So he posted up. It's enhanced, Photoshop, whatever it is. And you got barbers talking about, oh, he shouldn't be doing that. He's letting out the wrong thing. And now you're making videos to say how bad that is. So he's spending his time to put more money in his pocket and get himself out there. That's what Photoshop does. That means he really cares about his pictures.
Yeah.
When he's using enhancements, he really cares about what's going on. So he's spending time doing that. The other barber's spending time putting that person down. Bruh, that's not right.
It's not, but I'm against the enhancers, though.
Bro, you might
Photoshop.
But you are, okay? Okay, you are. That's great. You're not spending your time
making videos about
making a video and trying to down the next person because this person is making money legally. I don't care what you do. We've been on the show 5 years. We've had people come up here and talk about, oh, well, barbering is a profession. It's not a hustle. Bro, if that person wants to call it a hustle, who the hell are you to tell them it's not? If they're making money legally, then so be it. So be it. Who are we to sit there and decipher which is real one and which is a fake one and want to sit there and post some stuff up? If you're going to be support, just like Sefro says, support is a full-time job. It's not available when you want to do it. You can't sit here and come on a show and be like, barbering it's a profession, it's not a hustle. And then in the next sentence be like, in this barber game, wait, what? Did you just say it's not a hustle, it's a profession, but now you just said in this barber game? You got to be a little bit more consistent. I want to see these barbers that talk about these barbers with 100,000 followers and not making no money. I want to see them start calling names out. That's what I want to see. Start calling names out. Stop being on some old putting the plural after barbers like, yo, these barbers, because there's multiple barbers that make it known. There's only really been one that I know of who started like name calling out and started like putting it out there. Yeah.
We all know you're doing.
There's only been one who stepped it up.
And still does it.
Yeah. And
he's one of my boys, though.
I respect him more for that You know,
one of my
'cause
friends,
everyone wants to keep.
He makes it known, though.
Everyone wants to keep it 100 and keep it real until the real is in your face, and then you're a hater.
he keeps
some
it
other
100.
stuff. He keeps it a buck because he's not pointing. He's not dropping the innuendo subliminal shots.
No, he's just saying straight up. This is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's very simple. You're on social media. You don't like what the person posts. You press the unfollow button.
That's all.
You keep it moving. Now, how do you look starting to put a post about how you're anti this or anti what these barbers do? You're focused on the wrong thing, bro.
Cause you know where it is?
You need to be more focused on yourself. I mean, unless that's your angle, that's your thing. You're gonna capitalize on trying to subliminally put other barbers on blast instead of calling them out.
But that's the rapper mentality. That's kind of like what 50 Cent do, or what other rappers do. Like they, you know, unless you're trying to market something, and that's your way of figuring you're gonna get noticed. It's to throw shade at the next person, and then you come up and do the same thing they doing. It's like, for one, you're not helping the profession, and two, all you're doing is just creating negative energy towards.
I agree with you 100%. I feel like if you're gonna sit there and talk about positivity in this profession, then you got to be positive at all times. You have to be positive at all times. I think going out there and making videos, trying to get at other barbers, I think it's hilarious because the barbers that I do know that use enhancements in Photoshop, they're not concerned with this person saying. They're not even getting on their IG, doing nothing. The barbers that I see that do that, them barbers are the ones that are posting up 150,000 followers. Thank you, God. Thank my family for being there with me. I'd also like to take time to thank my sponsors and my endorsements. Those are the guys. So if that's bad, you know what I'm saying? Oh, my Lord. So listen, that's just me talking because this is a live show. For the next month or so, the ScissorSalute show is not going to be live. We're about to have some work done in the studio, and we're going to have to go to reruns for the next month. But I wanted to get that off my chest because I think
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because I think it's a really big. I think it's a really big deal. I think it's a big deal because if you go back to Andy Authentic, it stopped the barber hate. So whether you like, whether you're anti-enhancements and all that other stuff, and now you're starting to make it known, guess what? You're intensifying the hate.
True.
Waiting for Mr. Mike Pass to sit down right here. Yeah.
Turn on my mic now, or am I good?
Turn it on.
You want something to drink?
All right.
Okay, so joining us right now, we have. Let me find the IG handle. I don't want to get okay. Nomad_Mike Pastor. Now, for those guys who don't know, Mike is a ScissorSalute affiliate in a different aspect. He's been on the show a couple times, and it's mostly to deal with fitness and nutrition. Recently called in, and I actually went on his podcast, and we talked the importance of mobility because we're both, we're getting up in age, so the fitness goals change in age right there. So Mike, let's go over the nomad part of the name and the different countries that you've been to.
Yeah, well, actually a client of mine gave me that name some years ago, and originally it was because a lot of my clients would travel. So it was like, oh man, you should like set up this thing where clients can access your programs from anywhere you go. And he's like, you can be the nomad trainer. And I was like, oh yeah, no, that's cool, man. And I kind of like blew it off. But then I just kind of started bouncing the globe and traveling a lot. I recently just traveled with my wife and my daughter. We went all through Europe and Southeast Asia. We've been to South America, climbed Kilimanjaro in Africa and Tanzania. We just haven't been to Austria yet. So that's where we're at right now. So now it's really it's really about just traveling and learning.
Dante, your mic's still on, man.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, don't worry about it. It's just a live show, Dante. Don't worry about it.
That's excellent. Yeah, so traveling, learning, passing information, gaining information, meeting new people all over the world, man. It's been a beautiful thing. Like you were saying earlier, I heard something about we've known each other for a long time. So
I know, yeah. I met
Since
you
I've
when
been-
I was in the 5th grade.
yeah, I was 14.
Yeah.
So we've known each other longer than we didn't know each other.
Yeah.
Right. So life wasn't always this way.
Look at
You
you.
know?
The man's full of like
You know what I mean?
philosophical views and stuff.
So, but life has not always been this way. So one of the things that I try to tell people is life is how you create it. And this is a lot about how we talk about fitness and everything like that. It's a lot comes down to personal responsibility. Learning, never stop learning. We were talking about this when he was cutting my hair. Never stop learning, never stop moving. It's a big part of our philosophy and also the way that we live our life. We try to connect the mind, the body, your relationships with people, your environment, and all of those things are kind of this ever-moving organic sphere when it comes to like your health.
I thought you were about to say Rubik's Cube.
Like, well,
When you
even
doing
that, like,
It's
yeah,
a
that's
Rubik's Cube.
actually
That's what I thought
better.
he was going with.
Like a Rubik's Cube that
I thought he
always
was gonna
changes
say
colors.
Rubik's.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
you're never gonna get it into a total perfect.
You can
meld.
take that. Use that on the
You know,
podcast.
I'm
right
gonna
there.
use that. I'm gonna use
Eli the
that.
barber. Eli the barber said Rubik's Cube with it because it's always changing. Okay, so last time Mike came on here, he was more focused on the stretches and different stretches barbers can do, and you had Boogie. Boogie was the model.
Yeah.
This time around, and I see his page is just how he's talking about change. His page now, it's not that it seems this is the direction he's going in. It's going back to the fundamental movements. How important is it right now, the fundamental movements and the mobility?
Well, if you can kind of understand it like this, as long as we weren't born with any kind of structural damage, MS, or any kind of muscular dysfunction, there's a zero baseline that we're all kind of born with of innate abilities, right? But because of inaction and the world has become so easy, like we're down here. We're unhealthy in our movement, unhealthy in how we eat. And the idea is that we're trying to get people back to here. So above this line is all sports. So no sport is natural. And the better you get at the sport, the more movement dysfunction you're going to create for yourself in other aspects of your life. So you need to understand that what it is that you're training for. So if you're training for a particular sport, there's going to be sideline things that you need to do to prevent yourself from injury in the long term, right? So I enjoy grappling very much. So I know that there's a lot of things that I need to do to make sure my joints stay healthy because that's above the line. Like the better I get at it, the further away from the line I get. The further away from this line that I am, whether it's above or below, the greater a risk I am for injury. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of people start below this line and then they go into a class that's intended for someone up here. Right? You got to get to this. You got to get to this basic foundation first.
You got to get to the levels, man. There's different levels of it.
Like I understand, like fitness is a very competitive business. So everybody wants to wow the client, and you know what I mean. It's hard, right? So somebody comes to the gym. Say you got 12 trainers. You got this guy over here is doing this. This one's standing on a Bosu ball, throwing a medicine ball against the wall. This one over here has got a one-hand handstand deadlift going on. Your client's like, what is the magic that you're gonna make me do? I'm going to see if you can get up off the floor without using your hands. Let's kind of check that out first, because that's going to be something that in the long term that you're going to need. What do you need your body to do? Do you need to pick up your kids? Do you need to get up for work in the morning without a bad back so you can, don't have to take medication? Do you need to stand on your feet all day at work? Like, what is it that you need your body to do? Like, I consider myself like an athletic hobbyist. Like I don't.
An athletic hobbyist.
I don't work out. I don't have a sport that I do that I do for a living. You know what I mean? So I like to do my things because I like to do them, right? So I'll train my body for that, but I also have to train my body for the opposite patterns, we'll say, than the things that I like to do.
Now, Okay, so now let's focus in on the hair aspect. You can see Chiquita right now. He's shaving clay sculpts, and you basically see what we do. We're standing all day. Mm-hmm. Can you give us some basic mobility, different type of stretches we could do? I would say, well, like Gary said, the back. Mm-hmm. You seen when you put me on the new fit machine that my forearms and elbow, I had like tennis elbow on my wrist. Right. Those more or less.
Okay, so first let's start with the lower back and the fact that you're standing all day. What you have to understand is I'm gonna pull a statistic out of the air that I have no record, but 95% will say of shoes on the market have a heel. Okay, that's men's shoes as well as women's shoes. Go pick up your Nike, pick up your Timberland, pick up whatever shoe that you have at your house. They're gonna have a heel, which means it's gonna put your body out of alignment no matter how you stand. All right. So this is going to be a problem number one, because I can give you every stretch under the sun. If you just keep putting on those same shoes and keep standing in that same way, this is going to be a never-ending problem. We want to make problems a problem once. After that, they're just issues. You understand?
My sneakers are very important. I'm picking out my sneakers. Very important.
Right?
Very important.
Well, you see like a lot of like squatters, deadlifters, powerlifters, like the Chuck Taylors and stuff like that.
Yeah, Chuck Taylors, yeah.
I wear the
Atomics,
Vivo.
a lot of them use Atomics.
Right, because there's no heel elevation, right?
Yeah,
or you'll
yeah.
get some guys that will get the shoes with the heel elevation for that
Well,
purpose.
some guys
for
do
squatting.
deadlifts with no shoes on.
Right. See,
Just
that's me.
socks.
That's me.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm a
you
barefooter.
You're one of those guys?
Well, look, I got the Vivo. I got the barefoot shoes on. So here, I'll pull
okay.
my shoe up for you. So here, this is some 43-year-old mobility for you. So you see, my shoe has no heel. I have no.
Go ahead, yo,
I have no
LA,
arch
switch
support.
over real quick.
Yeah, switch
No
over.
arch support. You see that right
This
there?
43-year-old wants to show the world what he can do with his foot. He's stretching.
So that's important right there. So my shoe has no arch support because I'm also a person that works on my feet all day, right? So I understand my shoe is flat, so there's no heel elevation, right? So if my heel is elevated, then my knee goes this way, then my hip kind of goes this way, and I kind of get that slouch posture. Where what happens is then my quads are turned on all day, so they become really tight, which then creates tightness in my psoas, and I'm trying not to get too technical, but just kind of tilts the pelvis and puts it in a position where it's not firing, every muscle can't fire in optimal sequence, we'll say, right? So now we're talking about lower back pain. So should I show you on the stage, or should I don't know how? There's a few stretches I want to show you, but what's most important about the stretches is the length of time that you hold them. So if you're just getting up and you're going to say, man, I'm going to work on my flexibility or mobility, and you just go, okay, I'm good. No, you're not. You're not good at all. You want to stay in that position for about two minutes, because that's the length of time that it takes for the mechanisms that are responsible for your muscles to lengthen to let go. So a lot of the times, the reason that you don't have the mobility or flexibility is because you didn't use it, or there was an injury or something like that. So your body is preventing you from going into that range of motion, because it's like, whoa, we haven't been here for a while. I don't know if I have, I don't know if I go into this position, if I'm going to tear something, I'm going to get hurt. So I'm just going to prevent you from being able to do it, right? So your body doesn't maintain things that it doesn't use. You don't use it, you lose it. This stands so true when it comes to anything to do with learning, whether you're learning a new language or you're learning a new movement or anything. It all starts with the brain. It shows up in our body, but we're really training the brain, right? Okay, so now the length of time that you want to hold these stretches will be generally about 2 minutes. I'll go out on the stage a little bit and I'll do a few of them to kind of show you, but you'll want to hold them for 2 minutes. It's very important that you kind of breathe and relax. Not kind of breathe and relax. It's very important that you breathe and relax. We can discuss a little bit about breathing, especially if you have tight shoulders. A lot of what we see more often than not is people are very vertical breathers. They breathe up and down instead of horizontal. Part of that is cultural. We're always trying to hold in our guts. Like there's a way to not hold. If you take care of your gut, you don't have to hold it in. So we breathe behind the shield, we call it, and you're kind of breathing up and down like this.
You ever hold your gut in?
Is it?
No, I'm just saying. He's just like, there's other ways to hold your gut in. Everyone watching the show like, oh, come on, man. Damn.
So, but what happens is you're not breathing. So now you're using these muscles that aren't meant for breathing, and now we get tight necks and we get pain in the neck and so many other problems. So my first thing would be to you is make sure when you're standing on your feet, belly breathe, okay? Besides, start to come down and look at your footwear. Like you really should look at your footwear. If you've been wearing heeled shoes, boots, or whatever all your life, don't wake up tomorrow and start wearing something flat. You're going to create different issues. You got to work your way down. Like from a Timberland to something like a Nike Free.
By step.
Oh, why is this guy always bringing Timberlands up to me, man?
Because I used
That's
to
what
wear
you're
them
wearing.
too. I used
Look,
to
I'm
wear
gonna
them
show
with
you
I know.
41 mobility, all right? And I wear Timbs, man. You see these things? These are cinnamon. Out here we call these things cinnamon.
So if you're gonna wear them, there's gonna be other things that you understand that you need to do, and that's what we'll go over with the stretches. So that'll be one thing. I'll quickly go over a few stretches to kind of take, and that should alleviate. Again, a lot of back pain, and that's for anybody that's standing on their feet or working on their feet, or even people that sit all day, because those same things kind of happen here because I'm constantly in this pattern. So your body's going to adapt to whatever pattern that you give it, and you know this to be true because you go to a gym to repeat a pattern for it to adapt, right? why wouldn't you think that it's adapting to this, or standing hunched over, or like this, or whatever? You understand what I'm saying? So it all applies, and like you know it because you do it, right?
So if you're tuning in right now, it's the ScissorSalute show. Today's focus is fitness and nutrition, and we're here with Nomad Mike Pastor, and he's telling us the different things that we're forgetting to do in our profession when it comes to even basically taking care of ourselves. We're standing the right way, and we're forgetting to do. We're putting in 10 hours sometimes, maybe even more than that, and that basic movement is important. If you're a barber that's always going outside, or someone who does hair and you're always taking breaks to do this, that, and third, maybe them breaks should include a little stretch. And it's not that much. He's talking about 2 minutes per stretch. So maybe try to find something where you could do 5 stretches per day, and throughout the day you're taking 2 minutes to do each one of them. So it might be 4 minutes, because you might have to do 2 minutes on your right arm, 2 minutes on your left arm.
So the arm, we're gonna go over the hips, but the arm, it applies pretty much anywhere. But also I want to cover, because we talked about this when I saw you last, like carpal tunnel syndrome, problems with the hands, elbows, and stuff. So we'll talk a little bit about like nerve stretches. So I'll show you really quick 2 nerve stretches. One I can actually show you while I'm sitting here. So if you want to,
let's go, Gary.
Yeah, if you want to do this while you're sitting here, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna pull your hand back, keep your elbow here. We're gonna pull the elbow up, and we're gonna pull the hand back, right? So almost like a waiter. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to kind of feel this tingle in my pinky.
I'm feeling that.
All right?
Me too.
Right? So if you're not feeling it, you can turn your head and then kind of move it out like this, and that'll get in there a little deeper and then come in. But if you are feeling it, just you kind of move it in there. Now, you got to remember is that we're stretching a nerve, so we don't want to push it to a 10.
We want to over here.
Yeah,
I'm at a 7. I'm about like at a 7
so
right
back it up like a 5. You want to be like a 5. And now you can kind of bring the arm down, bring it in, bring it out of the stretch, bring it in a little bit.
So we're raising the roof right now.
Right, and you can do that multiple times a day. Okay, so and again, if you need to get a little more, you just turn your head away, kind of bring your ear closer.
So you turn it away from the hand,
and then turn the hand like that. Yeah, like turn it away from the hand. Yeah. So like you should bring it in and out, and then kind of turn your ear towards your trap, like sideways. So
we'll call this the peach tray.
Like this.
Oh, like this.
Yeah.
We're gonna call this the tray of peaches stretch.
Right. So then you got that. So that's one. So that one you should feel kind of like a little tingling in the
flex your arm, Gary. That's what you're doing right there.
No, I'm not.
Flex your biceps right quick.
Nah, it's just natural, bro.
That's what we're doing. Oh, my sleeve's a little bit too long.
It's like So we're all gonna.
What's up that gun, Gary? I'm busting mine out, Gary.
What's up, bro?
I'm busting mine out.
So this is what happens when you get 3 men
Gary
with
got
a camera.
Smoked.
So
Gary got smoked, bro.
So the next one we're gonna do is actually I'm gonna stand up. Will you be able to still see me? All right. So we're gonna take your hand. Go ahead, stand up, guys.
Oh, they definitely be able to see me. I'm short as
I want you to pull your hand here like this. We're gonna push the shoulder down, and I'm gonna rotate out. Okay. Now. Take my head sideways if I have to. This one I should feel along these 3 fingers. So these.
Am I going out like this or like this?
In here, and then I'm gonna rotate this way. I'm gonna externally rotate, and then I'm gonna turn again to the side.
You off the camera, man.
So so
look at us.
So rotate. Push your shoulder down. Bring your hand up here like this.
Oh wait.
Yeah. See, look at this. This is my man needs mobility work right here, right? And you should feel that on the fingers.
Yeah.
Right. So again, if you're working with your hands a lot of repetitive motion with your hands, these are very good stretches. You could do these in between each client. And one more. So push out both arms like this. Pull your hands all the way back. Right? So pull your hand all the way back. I'm gonna push out from my elbows though. So imagine you're pushing 2 walls out, but from the elbows, and then pull your fingers back towards your head.
Like that?
Yeah, like straight arms, right? And so you feel the tingling. So you should feel the tingling. So straight arm. You're gonna pull your fingers back as much as you can and push out from the elbow.
Oh
right?
yeah.
And you feel that tingling? Okay. If you are a barber, you work with your hands a lot, these stretches right here will do tremendous work for you. Shout out to my man Garrett Saltpeter from New Fit. From New Fit for those.
Oh yeah.
Check those guys out.
Look at the guns. Look at the guns on you. NY Fit barber. Man, come on, man. I gotta get mine right, man.
So those will help within a lot of situations that you have with your hands, give you a little bit of carpal tunnel relief, some relief on the elbow pain.
I feel it right now. I feel the difference.
And lifters gripping, like you've seen how you're like, oh, right? Like,
well, you told me that. I've been doing forearms. I've been doing forearms all the time, and I'll say about throughout my workout, I'll put my palm flat on the ground
And then do the
do those,
stretches,
throughout the workout.
I'll do this a lot at the shop.
Yeah. So
Well,
even if you sit
know?
like just hold it 2 minutes. Just 2
Boogie
minutes.
actually showed me that.
Yeah.
Back in like '99.
Oh yeah, it's the old.
Boogie was show. Boogie always did
like
this.
that. Yeah.
Boogie always
stretches
did that.
of your form.
But along the years,
put it on
like
the
I said,
floor and like sit down and just kind of shift forward and sit there for 2 minutes.
Oh,
like
really?
at the end of your day. At the end of your day.
We
So that's
put-
when I would
I'll
do
try to do it
those.
throughout the workout.
Yeah, I would
You go with that?
just kind of like hang there for 2 minutes. So I mean, and then there's different protocols you can follow. So I can stay here for 2
Gary
minutes.
just wants to look at your freaking.
And then I can like contract the muscle a little bit more, and then relax the muscle a little bit more. But yeah, that's it.
No, listen, man. I'm happy for Gary right here.
Right.
Again, we on his podcast we talked about how the profession relates with fitness, and I'm just like, well, there's a lot of barbers and hairstylists that are competing, and you got someone who's competing. They spend the 6 months preparing, and then the icing on the cake ends at the barbershop. I was going to talk to Clay about it because sometimes it's a little difficult because I've been cutting Charlie. Charlie was my go-to. Say I'm cutting Charlie and he's 210 pounds, right? And the day of the show, he's now 175. My fade process has changed up. The one method that I used when he was at 2 whatever is going to be different from 175.
There's less head to cut.
Exactly, because that person might have lost roll of fat in the back of their neck.
The hot dog,
Now that
the hot
cheek,
dog.
now that cheekbone sticks out like crazy.
Right,
I used to do Al Newsom. I'd have to shave his whole head or whatever and shave his face. Bro, his cheekbones would be out. It was like straight. It went from shaving a regular canvas to shaving like a straight, like a pointy golf ball, like cheekbone. Yeah. And it's just great to see.
Muscles.
Well, it's great to see that, Gary, he's going to be competing September 29th. And we're talking here, we have our fitness shows, sometimes, I say about twice a year. We've been having fitness shows and how the two world combined. You was here last time showing us different stretches. Now you're showing us different stretches. And if you're a barber or a hairstylist, we're probably going to put that up. It's probably going to be a short commercial, probably on a lot of our social media, even on the show. We'll probably have it now on. I think it's that important. There's a lot of barbers now who want cordless. And one of the things that I noticed is barbers who love the masters, like myself, I didn't know that much of a difference. I didn't know that the masters weighed that much until I held the magic clips in my hands.
Yeah, they do. Magic clips are like feathers.
So I got the magic clips in my hand, and they like fit better in the hand.
Even the seniors are heavy compared to the magic clips.
Yeah, so I'm just noticing everything breaking down from the wrist action.
The lighter the better.
Yes.
You know what should probably be good for you? Take the band you have on your wrist. Like take that off. How stretchy is that? Is that very stretchy?
Oh, very stretchy.
Put it on your fingertips and just do some of these. So work the muscles
Oh,
that are.
Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me the ScissorSalute wristband is now having a multi-purpose for it now?
So that'll be good for people that hold clippers or work with their hands a lot. Just kind of. So that's something that we do as grapplers too. Like,
Nomad, you genius! Make sure you get your ScissorSalute #hair wristband and get your little exercises on. No, but Mike, that is definitely good. Again, I've been doing the forearms, doing that right there, and over the years, us doing hairstylists with the blow dries or whatever, those stretches, the stretch that I just did, as soon as you're saying like you can feel a tingle, I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling a tingle. And usually if it's like burning a little something, it's burning, it's working. Every time I spray alcohol, oh, it's burning. That means it's working. Basically, even when you're lifting weights, oh, it's burning. That's good. You're in the fire zone. A lot of, because sometimes people lift weights, they're upstate or whatever, and they don't have a limited amount of weight. They don't do full reps. They stay in the fire zone the whole time because they only go up to 65 pounds. So they'll sit there and instead of counting reps, they're going for minutes, just staying in the fire zone.
I got some other ways to deal with that.
No, well, I'm just saying.
No, with that, when it comes to like, all right, I'll do some videos on my Instagram.
There we go.
Nomad_pastor. Nomad_Mike Pastor. I'll put some stuff about some yielding isometrics and some end range activation. So
Well, basically, here's a good thing. Here's a good thing. First of all, if you don't follow, go follow Nomad_Mike Pastor. Words of Wisdom is usually on his IG story, and I know he's getting a lot of requests. So now he's starting to go live and show you some of the food that he preps. And he fed the family, went out to the lake. The food was great. They have this water. It's like ginger mint water.
Yes.
That it's
yeah. Well, if you
refreshing.
My wife does sourdough bread, fresh sourdough bread, bone broth. If you want to see all about that stuff, you can follow her at Rissa Pants.
Rissa Pants.
Rissa Pants. RISAPANTS. I gotta make sure there's no underscore.
Is there underscore, Marissa?
Is there an underscore in your name? Okay. So, but yeah, she'll do stuff. She makes homemade sauerkraut, which probiotic sauerkraut, which is good for your gut. Trying to think of what else she does. She makes a lot of our cleaning products at home to minimize the amount.
And she
of,
uses wooden straws.
Exposures. Yeah.
She uses bamboo straws.
Yeah, she does. She got us bamboo toothbrushes so we can limit our exposure to plastic. I'm telling you, man. I'm trying to live till I'm 100.
No, I feel you. It's just,
right?
I feel
but
you.
100 and fit, not 100 on pills.
I hear you. And again, we were talking about the stretches. I mean, think about it. If if you're in the hair profession, great. But these stretches could be good for someone like a mechanic. HVAC workers.
Everybody uses their hands pretty much,
Seriously.
No, but when I say a mechanic, HVAC workers, they grabbing a screwdriver. Like, you ever grab the screwdriver?
Yeah.
And
anybody typing?
I'm over here fixing my clippers sometimes, and I just did like 3 of them, and I feel it right here in my fingers.
Right.
So picture them all day. And then the computer. So basically, it comes down to the hands. It's just, this is a show about the beauty profession and bringing it together. But I feel like if you use hands, or you're just looking for some sort of insight, go to Nomad_Mike Pastor. We talked about different levels of here. He's definitely tier 5, 5-star general when it comes to fitness. And it all starts with nutrition. Another point that we talked about here on the show, Mike didn't bring it up today. When we talked about lower back pain, basic fundamentals, if you have a gut, it's going to make your spine is going to be protruding forward instead of being
where
it's
your
supposed
belly's
to be.
going to tip your
Yes.
pelvis, which is going to pull your spine.
And
tight,
trust me,
tight hips, tight psoas, it all does.
That's one thing about the impact of social media. We're seeing barbers and hairstylists do these ridiculous transformations, and I'm loving it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm loving it. There was another barber who just posted up Shap Barber from California just posted up his transformation.
Oh, yeah?
Amazing. We have this unicorn. I forgot her name. Mermaid Unicorn. She made a ridiculous transformation. And it's just great to see. But I give warnings to everybody in the transformation. I'm telling you, fitness is a steep hill to get up there. On the steep hill, it's going to take time to climb, but that steep hill will be very easy to fall off. So get in there to where you want to be. We scissor salute you and wish you the best of luck, but it comes with a warning. It's hard to stay on that mountain. See, that's one of the things I was talking about, like tier 5. Another thing with tier 5 is we do fitness. We don't have to worry about fitness. Our problem is outside of the gym. Our problem is when we go into Thanksgiving dinner, we're going to this barbecue, we're going to this, we're going to that. You gotta almost like master it, where it's like don't torture yourself. Taste a little something, but don't torture yourself. Me, right now I'm on might give it the thumbs up. I've heard about it for the past couple months. Now I'm on I'm starting my 4th week of intermittent fasting, which is great. So I actually like it. It fits for me.
So I can do it. Let me just start with this because we talk about nutrition a lot. Before you choose to get on any diet, no matter what it is, the first baseline thing you need to do is just get to the point where you're eating real food and eating less of it. Before you start doing intermittent fasting or paleo or vegan or whatever it is, First, eat real food, because I can go vegan and eat all kinds of food products. It doesn't matter. I can go paleo, eat all. It doesn't eat real food. Real food. If I pick it up and I look at the ingredients level and there's an ingredients label, I put it down because that's not food. Food is ingredients. It doesn't have ingredients, and that's the easiest way to remember it. So, real food, and then eat less of it. And then you can start working from there. Then you say, oh, okay, maybe I want to do
Portion
this.
control.
That. Portion control is crucial. So the easiest way this is actually an old way, but I just saw somebody re-bring it up like it's brand new again. But the easiest way to do this is like the size of my hand is a protein.
Yes,
Right?
I've heard of that.
Right?
Yes.
This is old as shit.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
old, very old. I can fit carbs inside the palm of my hand here. I got vegetables about the size of my fist. And then they used to say cheese would be the thumb, right? But we'll just say I said fat. So my fat should be about my thumb, and this is like a meal. So, but I'll even go further.
Man,
and say
imagine if you Shaquille
veggies.
O'Neal.
Yeah, I would say
Shaquille
veggies.
O'Neal, how big Shaquille O'Neal's hand is?
Well, yeah, exactly. So
Like
it's
a
all
old-
relative.
Or like
Yeah.
Odell Beckham.
It's
He
all
got a
relative.
big
You
got big hands too?
Yeah.
Odell Beckham's got some of the, I think, the biggest hands in the NFL.
Really?
He drags his knuckles on the damn ground for Pete's sake. But yo, listen, yeah, it comes down to, you know, we say this a lot here on the show. We're all adults. It's not, you know what, I'm gonna stop. You know what, I'm gonna start eating. No, you know what not to eat. We gotta be a little bit more. Yeah, we gotta be a little bit more responsible. Gotta be a little bit more responsible. I feel like with me, the intermittent fasting, I guess I'm tier 5. I feel like it fits in good with me. Today I just did. I did a little bit of other research. I did 2 big ass meals today. That's it.
That's good.
Broke
2
my-
meals you ate? That's all you ate?
Bro, they're pretty big.
Really?
Are you on the 6th meal?
I today ate 5. Yeah. I'll have one more when I go home.
I did the paleo pancakes. The paleo pancakes.
Yeah, do you like
I
it?
put a scoop of Trader Joe's peas protein in there. 'Cause I like peas protein. And then I put a scoop of hemp seeds. The hemp seeds
Oh, yeah.
for the digest. Put a freaking gang of blueberries on there.
There you
Like
go.
I put like a Tupperware of blueberries on there. I'm not gonna lie. Some peanut butter pretzels and a glass of chocolate cashew.
make me
milk.
hungry.
What do you? Yeah, he lost me on the peanut
I
butter.
want to go get a slice of pizza right
Peanut
now.
butter
You're killing
pretzels,
me.
man.
Yeah, but
No, they good. They
No,
good.
the pretzel nuggets with the peanut butter.
Yeah,
in
the
it.
peanut butter on the
But
side.
it was a small Tupperware.
Okay,
I
the
didn't,
small.
I didn't get busy.
It wasn't the big one from like Costco?
I poured it. That was the end of it. No, I got busy yesterday on M&Ms. M&Ms is my go-to yesterday. But I switched. Saturday was from 9 to 5. I ate. But then I knew I was going to go to the beach and catch a wreck yesterday. So I actually stopped eating at 3:30. And then my first meal was at 3 p.m. So 3:30 p.m. I stopped. 3:12 p.m. I started and I drank a gallon of water before I got to the beach because I knew it was going to be on. I knew it was going to be on. I know I wasn't going to stop.
Like you were saying, it's plan ahead. Like you can't go to a party every day. It's not the one meal that makes you fat or the one salad that makes you skinny. It's the accumulation. Like the one workout's not going to make you fit. You know what I mean? The one stretch isn't going to make you flexible.
Those are facts.
It's consistency over
I
time.
know hot yoga, they got something called the 10-year pose. It takes you, they say 10 years to perfect the pose.
Really?
They joke around with it. The guy's like, oh, I call this the 10-year pose. It's like, you ain't lying. Okay, because I've been here like 7 months.
And you still, you feel 9
doesn't
years
look
and
right. Like, look at
5
this
months
person
away.
next to me. Look at this person next to me, man, standing straight up, stretching their foot perfectly out in front of them, elbows down, putting their head to their knee.
Really?
And I'm just like, man, I'm over there trembling, form looking
Falling
all
over.
disgusting, sweating up a storm. I was just telling him to leave that hot yoga. I put a robe on.
Right.
And
Just
drive
to-
home
to
in a
walk
robe.
outside, because yeah.
No, because otherwise I'm gonna get sweat all over the interior. This Lakers whip is brand spanking new.
Right.
It's gonna be sweaty all over. Clay, you ready? No, yeah, we're ready, man. Come and sit down.
Yeah.
Come and join us.
Want me to
We're
go?
just gonna slide over. We're gonna be.
want me to go,
We're
or?
gonna give you keep a little mic pastor right there, right now, right over here. This is my section. This is my area.
Oh, sorry,
This
man.
is my area, Clay. Nah, I'm messing with you, bro. Okay, so here we are with our Clay Scopes. Oh, okay.
Oh, phone call.
Oh, well, Clay, we're gonna take this phone call. Hello. Okay. Sorry about that, LA. Hello, you're live on air with the ScissorSalute show. Who's this? Hello. Okay. It's a live show, though. The people are watching like, what the? Hello, you're live and air with the ScissorSalute show. Who's this? What?
Oh, this is Jeff.
Oh, Jess, you're coming in choppy, though. Is there Wi-Fi near you?
Just under. Oh, there is not.
There's no Wi-Fi. Okay, this
I'm
probably.
just gonna move around so you guys can hear me.
Okay, just you know what, you could probably put your left hand up like we used to do back in the day. Grab like a metal spoon.
I know. I need some foil.
Yes. Okay, so Jess is on the phone. She came here approximately, I believe, 3 years ago. It was great because her boyfriend, or it was a husband or boyfriend?
A boyfriend.
Okay, he was at a tattoo. They came out to the show, and they also went to a tattoo convention in Boston. So he talked. That's a good trip right there. And just to keep an update, how's it going with the Clipper company? You still moving towards your goal?
I am. I just recently switched Clipper companies. I just felt the change was needed, but yeah, I'm definitely working towards my goal.
It was great because she came onto the show talking about how she wanted to work for a specific Clipper company. I didn't go over that with her before the show, so that's why I'm saying Clipper company instead of mentioning the actual company. I just remembered now. Jess, well, we're over here. We're discussing fitness. How important to you is fitness to you?
It's everything. You have to take care of yourself. You can't take care of other people.
You know, Jess, is there any way you could just call us? Jess, is there any way you could just call us from the phone instead of Skyping?
I've learned over the past couple of years, and I've made it my priority.
Jess, is there any way that you could just call us back instead of Skyping because it's choppy?
I think she's frozen.
I think we lost her.
Yeah. Seth.
Yeah.
She's still there?
She's back. Oh, she's not there.
Is LA, can LA... Jess, can you call us back just on a regular phone call? Okay.
There she goes. So I guess.
All right, so Sephro, hit her up, let her know. Okay, so we're here with Clay right here. Multiple decades, a few decades doing hair. We talked briefly before the show. We talked about your favorite haircut to do, which is two with the taper.
Yes, sir.
What is it about the two skin taper that you like so much?
It shows every haircut that's really out because somebody might want to fade, somebody might want to Caesar. Everything just pop out, especially if you have a beard like brother right here. Everything just pops out.
Okay, so
if you get what I mean.
Yeah, well, Clay, if you go to his IG page, which is Clay Sculpts, it's, to me, I feel like it's not your average barber page because it's more than just a barber page. Clay's very much involved in his community, and it's not his job to do what you do, but tell us why you do what you do and what keeps you going to do it.
Well, what keeps me going to do it is I just remember the years when I was coming up and I didn't have nobody there for me as far as like being a father. So I always push to help out the kids that need the help other than the kids that want the help. So when you're dealing with the kids in the community arrives from the word communication and unity. And when you're dealing with them, they don't have no understanding why, mommy going to work or daddy's going to work and they don't have time for them. The barbershop is always there, or the fitness class that me and my partner Moses do is always there. We there 24 hours. And, we always reachable. But back then when we was coming up, you never had nobody to reach out and say, hey, we're going to help you. Just by taking some kids to Times Square last week, we do the homeless day. We're going to cut the less fortunate hair throughout different cities. And I did something in the city, and I said, let me bring some kids. I brought 4 kids with me. Just by them going to Times Square and leaving Brooklyn, that was like everything to them. They looking at big buildings. We went to H&M. They happened to bump into 6ix9ine. He's like a famous rapper. And I took them to see the guys that was flipping over, 6 people, you know,
they-
doing stuff like that. I never had nobody, you know. My parents, I'm from a big family, so we always went out. But these kids never seen that, so the look on their face was priceless.
Definitely, and that's one of the things that I notice. I notice with your page and what you do. You're very active in the community. Is Jess you on, Jess? Because I can see her face. She can't hear us. Seth, send her a text, please. Please. So, Clay, I've seen a couple challenges that you had in the past. You know, what's the new challenge and why did you guys pick it? New fitness thing.
Right now we doing.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, can hear you. So you good? Cause we lost you. We lost you right there. You kept on freezing up.
Hold on, I want to know what his challenge is.
What's the challenge?
Ladies first.
So I don't know, Jess, if you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Jess, if you could just let us know. We asked you about how important fitness is to you, and then it was just like Android talk. LA.
You should tell her just to call.
Yeah, just.
Because she's not on a Wi-Fi. It's not.
Yeah. Cut it, LA. Just
Can you hear me?
Well, Jess, we're gonna have to. Sephro's gonna have to call you right now. Yep. Okay. So tell us about the challenge.
All right. Right now we're doing the push-up challenge. The reason why we're doing the push-up challenge, being a barber, is you got to be looking right when kids are looking up to you for that 25 minutes to half an hour. So we're trying to build a structure within men. To get them back in my community to fighting again. Everything shouldn't lead to a gun. You get the gun, you shoot this person, now you go to jail, now you gotta fight their family. So to cut to the chase, let's do a push-up challenge. And my friend owned a trophy shop. So at the end of the month, my next friend's owned a juice bar that he just opened. So we're gonna, give whoever got the right biceps, pecs, whatever, that give you push-up. You need definition. We're not just gonna give it to you because we know you. Gotta have that look. So whoever the community vote on, they get that trophy, and we hold them up high. Simple.
And you're plant-based.
Yes.
You're
I'm vegan,
plant-based,
yes.
and we have carnivore here.
Hold on, I'm an omnivore, man. I don't just eat meat. I eat everything.
He eats everything, but yeah, he'll straight.
We were just talking about that.
He'll straight tear raw meat up and just eat it like.
But we were just talking about this out there when he was cutting my hair.
Yeah, no, that's why. That's why that was setting up for that. Like I need these two to sit down because we have a plant-based. Well, yeah, like I said, he just doesn't eat meat or whatever. But now, tell us the challenges because he talked about you need to step up. You almost need to like walk or crawl into it before you can walk into it. What stage are you at with vegan? Are you still in the crawling, walking, or are you running with it?
I'm running with it. I've been in it for like 6 years.
Okay,
I was
6 years.
338 pounds. I cut the weight in a matter of 4 months just by being a vegan, taking a lot of alkaline water, like a gallon and a half of alkaline water a
I
day.
drink alkaline water also.
Yeah, so your body's alkaline, so you need water. That's alkaline, that's gonna match you. We was born in water, but a lot of people, get past the water. They drink a lot of sodium and be wondering why your body's going through so much combat when you're eating so much stuff that people don't seem to realize. And what we was talking about was our blood type. Me and him share the same blood type. And I was like, if you don't know the blood type, how you gonna train somebody? And this is why I had to take myself to school and learn about this stuff right here. And my partner Mo's out there, he's a pro fighter, so we out in the community doing this together.
Mike, you brought that up, the whole blood type thing. Remember we went to eat out in Brooklyn?
It was a while ago.
You was talking about the Franken wheat.
It's just how they modify, like all the modification of our food. Like I know right now that's like GMO is the buzzword. But they've been crossbreeding and messing with other
but you was also the
ago.
point that I'm bringing up. What you mentioned there is like say something there's a health, and I'm just not. Don't write it down on this. But say this is like avocado. Avocado is good for you, but that blood type, say it's like C blood type. The avocado just doesn't click. Well, like, wheat could be good for this blood type or this type of body, but it might do damage to someone else.
But just everything. It's just like a work. There's going to be no perfect workout program. Everything isn't for everybody, and that's really what it comes down to. And that's why when we work, this is exactly what I was saying before. That's why when we work with people, the first thing we get them to is just eating real foods and get away from food products. These instant meals, just add water, microwave, anything pre-mixed, pre-packaged, any of that stuff. At least understand what real food is. Then you can start taking it deeper to the kids, start teaching them where their food comes from, because all this is very important. How far your food travels to get to you, and based on how much nutrients it has when it finally sits on your plate. These are very important. It's like I want the most for my money. So if I'm getting a strawberry from the other side of the world, how fresh is it and how good is it and what is the nutrients contents once it hits my plate?
Now,
that I'm
Clay,
paying this premium price for.
Yeah, definitely. Now, Clay, you talked about your friend opening up the juice bar.
Juice bar, yeah.
Now you see he's over there talking about the berries and stuff. Now, juice bar is gonna be like straight like vegan. There's gonna be vegan choices there.
I mean, yeah, you got a lot of vegan choices there, but it's just like any other restaurant. These people, they're gonna buy the low to get the big buck. You know what I'm saying? So unless I'm making the juice, so I can't tell you what this person is making. But I'm happy that he opened up a juice bar, because you have Chinese restaurants and pizza and all this.
Always right next to each other.
Yeah,
but always in the same lot.
And the donut shop and all that everybody like to eat. The bagel of the day and the donut in the afternoon. But we gotta, a lot of times when we eat, we gotta, and like you said, like know your food, where it's coming from, like know the codes. When we don't have that education of knowing the code, and I like to do that on my page all day. Like I'll put a picture of myself, it might get a certain amount of likes. But then when I put some education on food, like a good 69 likes, and I'm like, y'all not getting it. You know what I'm saying? Like you worried about how I look and my clothes.
It's so weird. Yeah. If I put a topless picture up, it's like I got 200.
And then when somebody gets sick, they want to be calling me right away. Hey, yo, Clay, what to use? I had it up there weeks ago.
Yeah. I give you some.
It's just different. It's funny that you mention that, because it does happen a lot. There's been times where a barber will post. You'll take 4 or 5 different pictures of the same haircut, and one angle will get you this amount of haircut, this amount of likes. Other angle won't get you that much likes. Or you post it up at 6 o'clock in the afternoon, and you get this amount of likes at 6 o'clock in the afternoon, and this amount of likes. So that it's the whole analytics of liking. But I definitely feel like your page is more than just like a hair thing. I've seen the push-up challenges on there, on the street. I seen, what was that, like 4 o'clock in the morning you guys are doing push-ups, like some sort of run that you guys went on?
The night run, yeah.
Okay, so there's the night run.
Community night run. People don't want to be seen in the daytime, so we tell them, yo, hoodie up. Everybody think they low, but you ain't low under all these cameras. So you know what? Come on out. If you don't want to work out today, we gonna work out at night. So we get people together.
So when's the next workout event that you have?
Whenever you want it, man.
No, I'm asking you.
Every day we do fitness.
All right, let's go.
Every day we do fitness. So
we gotta go to the stage.
Get it to the stage. Y'all didn't know we were about to sing? Y'all didn't know there was a song at the end?
Yeah.
Well,
is this the new Backstreet Boys?
Definitely would like to thank Clay Scopes for coming over here. Clay, before we let you go, please let everybody know they can get in contact with you, and any social media information that you'd like to share with us, please do so now. The stage is yours.
Okay, cool. I'm here with my partner, Motivational Mo. We're from Brooklyn, New York. We do fitness every day. You can contact me at Clay Scopes, CLAISCULPTS, and Motivational Mo. Your contact.
And NY Fit Barber, Gary, please let everybody know they can get in contact with you.
Just go on my Instagram at NYFitBarber and contact me there.
Show the guns. Hit us with the gun one time.
Okay.
One time. Show the freak. Gary, show us the guns. That's real. It's real, people. And Mike, please let everybody know.
Get your info out here. This my man here is a pro fighter. Get your info out there.
So my name is Moses. You can contact me on Instagram at Motivational by.
Oh, hold on. Say it again.
You can contact me on Instagram at Motivation by Moses. I bring the motivation.
That's it.
Brings the motivation like Moses right there. Get you working right there. Watch it now. Well, we'd like to also thank Chiquita for coming down here, showcasing Dante Financial. Make sure you check him out on Instagram, Dante_financial, creator of the BBA.
This guy right here, I'm gonna tell you. Y'all heard me earlier talking about somebody stopping, doing IBS. It was Van de Goat was showcasing the IBS. He goes and say, "Stop! You're not doing a fade right." Look, he put out the phone and like, "This is how you do a fade." In the middle of him showcasing in front of everybody IBS, he goes and stops Van de Goat and says, "No, you're doing the fade wrong." I've been cutting hair since I was 11. Put out the picture and showed him this is how you do a good fade.
Chiquita's not playing, man. Chiquita's not playing. He'll see you cooking in a pizzeria and be like, "My man, that's not how you throw the dough."
So Eli, we talked about I was going to show some stretches. I guess we're running out of time, so I'm not going to be able to show these stretches. So if you go to my Instagram, I promise I will put them up tomorrow. Nomad_Mike Pastor, MikePastor. If you're having lower back problems, there's a good chance that you can help. I'll do like an IGTV thing, so it's like 10 minutes and it'll stay up there. But go check that out. I'll do it tomorrow.
And there's enough people up in here, so this lets you know. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Facebook. Give us a thumbs up on YouTube. Everything ScissorSalute Show across the board. Make sure you check us out. We will say this: we're not going to be coming. We're going to be coming back live back in October. The whole month of September, the studio is going to be going through renovations, so we're going to be playing back some of our old favorite episodes. As a matter of fact, if you'd like to see an episode, DM us, let us know which episode you'd like to see. But again, we'll have no live shows during the month of September due to renovations over here at the studio. But before we let you go, everyone, you already know what the deal is. When I say scissor, you say salute as loud as you can. Ready?
Last but not least, we going to...
You gonna cut,
you gotta let my man
cut you
talk.
off, man. Go ahead, Chiquita.
Last but not least, that's my man. Anybody interested about the half razor blade? We starting class, me and Clay Scope, we starting class with the half razor blade January the 2nd week. So if you think you could cut hair and you want to know to learn to cut hair, as Eli is saying, check we out.
I'm just trying to do like the outro to the show, Chiquita. That's what I'm. So again, we're gonna have more information on Chiquita and his class coming up with Clay Scopes. We're always excited for what's going on here in the behind the scenes in the studio. Before we let you go, when I say scissor, you guys say salute. Say salute as loud as you can. Scissor! Salute! I'm scared, man. Scott Chiquita, man, will throw you. Got to be on your P's and Q's. Thank you so much for watching the show. If you like house music, go to StrongIsland.tv. My house show is coming up next. ScissorSalute. Thank you for watching.